Alright, so with the days of social media, this episode we're going to talk about how much do we share about ourselves on social media. Like hanging dirty laundry lah.
You're listening to
Jom Sembang Malaysia. Okay, Ju, let me tell you why I'm inspired to cover this, right?
Okay.
There's this very famous content creator, or rather YouTube creator, named Nas. Okay, Nas Dailies.
Yes.
Singapore is very big in Malaysia. In Southeast Asia,
He's
quite
Middle Eastern
big.
guy, right?
Yeah, so he's quite big lah. He actually started off with like his own YouTube channel. Then he created content. Then it got so well that he started to hire a team. And then his team now has like 10, 20 people. Like, walao, yeah, what kind of channel got so many people? You know, that kind of thing. And they actually brainstorm ideas on how to hit the search engine, what is the best topic to talk about and stuff like that.
Right.
So very big. Like it's
Okay.
a business on its own.
Yeah.
Yet it's a personal branding.
Yes.
Recently, I was very surprised when he posted a video about that the announcement that he broke up with his girlfriend of like 6 years or 7 years. And apparently it's like people are asking like, you break up, got put camera. Hello, before break up, let me put camera first. Or like, you know, it was recorded, that breakup session. So a lot of people were like questioning the whole authenticity of it.
Yeah.
Was it post shot or whatever not and stuff like
Right.
that. So today I just want to dig a little bit deeper into this because I think a lot of people now are very interested to be content creators,
Yes.
YouTube channel owners, and especially with the pandemic, everybody seems to have a channel now and doing all sorts of stuff. Exactly how much do we share and what is the purpose of it lah, the authenticity of it lah.
Yeah.
Because Nas started off with very authentic videos. After that, it started to become commercially a bit more commercial in the
Driven
sense that maybe JD Studio went and say, hey, I sponsor you one episode or something like that. Then you do something like that, that kind of stuff. And then so this part of the latest video, at least I think maybe a month ago already or so, really shook up everybody. Like it's so personal. It's a stage. So yeah. Have you actually heard about it or seen it at all?
No.
Okay, welcome to Juice World. So apparently, Nas actually, after they broke up, whatever, when I asked the girlfriend, okay lah, since you break up lah, let's have a breakup gift like that, Can we reshoot the whole breakup thing so that I can announce to the world that we broke up?
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I'm like thinking, like that also can. Because a lot of people ask where you get that shot, right?
Yeah lah.
So he's explaining that, hey, some of these shots is he took from the whole 6-7 years of journey together.
Oh, like the B-rolls lah.
Yeah, because all this while, he's always with a camera shooting anyway.
Yes.
So he has some of the shots, but he wouldn't have that breakup shot because So the girlfriend must have agreed, otherwise they wouldn't have
The ex-girlfriend.
staged it. Yeah.
Wait, so did they really break up or not?
That was also the question. After
Okay,
everything, you go like, hey, did you do a breakup thing just to get attention or something like that? Okay, but just imagine we haven't reached there.
Okay.
The fact that we assume he broke up
alright.
and then he asked the girlfriend, can you come and stage one episode with me? The breakup, I have enough B-rolls or what, I just need to stage that. The breakup scene lah
It
that
must
we
have
had
been
lah.
a pretty okay breakup for her to agree.
Okay, so that and then they have the scene the shot the whole bye-bye, I walk away sadly, you walk away sadly, I slammed the door, whatever is it, okay?
Wow, slam door.
Done.
Okay.
And so like a full-on breakup drama like that, okay?
Okay.
And the only reason I wanted to talk about this also was the girlfriend broke up with him because she's tired of him showing his life on internet.
But then she agreed to this.
Yeah, so it's a bit like a conflicting issue. So the backstory is when she dated him, he wasn't popular yet, just started.
Okay.
So she saw him going really popular and then exposing so much of his life, the eating habits or whatever. Not. And she tahan that. And she realized at a point of view that he is more interested in being a YouTube celebrity than being with her. That's why she asked for the breakup.
Okay,
Because she
alright.
also, maybe she wants certain things not to be shared as well. I don't know.
Yeah.
So that was the basis of the breakup lah.
Yeah.
Okay. So a lot of people are talking about, putting aside the stage or not stage thing, how much or is there a fine line where we stop sharing what's in our life to the whole world?
That's a very interesting question because usually we say that, people only post their highlights
Correct.
on social media. Regular people, I won't talk about content. Of course, we're all content creators,
Correct.
but the professional people who earn money through content creation.
Yep.
That's why they say when you scroll social media, right, then you get quite depressed because everybody's having the ball of a life. And why
Correct.
am I doing this? Like nobody else has to work, kind of thing. So when you ask about how how much personal stuff. On one hand, the first thing that comes to mind is, but we want it to be authentic, what?
Correct.
Right? So, I mean, sometimes I tell myself, you don't have to post only the good things. If you're struggling through something, it's also good to share. Then other people know that, hey, this person is going through that, and okay, I'm not alone. But maybe there are some things that are TMI lah, maybe lah. Or okay, so talking about Nas and girlfriend is like, if it so takes up your life and then you have no more time for an actual being there and living life. I think that's the problem with social media, right? It's like everything you see through the eyes of the camera, right? Instead of
correct.
seeing the scenery, you're looking inside your camera.
So remember there was one time when we were doing songs and story the first few years.
Yeah.
And I tell you, I just want to not shoot things.
Yeah.
I just want to be in the moment instead of be in the moment through the lens.
Correct.
And I think that really changed the way I travel for a while.
Yeah, because you are experiencing the thing as it goes without thinking, I have to capture this, or I have to show this to the world. Just eat lah. It's nice when a meal comes and you just like dig in without having to feed the phone first, or find that right angle.
On Nas' defense, when he started his channel, he also started, hey, I got to know this girl, friend, and then become girlfriend. Maybe he feels that there's a need to announce it because people have been following the entire relationship journey.
Yeah.
So that part is also what
makes sense, right? Otherwise, it's also like, hey, what happened? Why is he going out with this other girl? Why he unfaithful?
Or something.
It could
like
have been that, but okay lah, whether to stage it or not is another question
lah.
You
should have just put a big announcement. Hi, we broke up. Instead of, hey, can you please act back the breakup scene with me?
But I don't know. Maybe he had a reason. I don't know what the reason was.
Okay, cool. Anyway, when we get back from the break, we shall be talking about a little bit more detail or deep into what we post as a person.
Mm-hmm.
Today's episode is brought to you by CMate Communications. CMate Communications has been providing all the design needs for our podcast, including the promo materials, the artwork for each episode, as well as the key art that you see for Jom Sembang Malaysia. If you require such services, please look up CMate Communications, CMATE Communications on Facebook, and you will find someone who will be able to help you with all that you need on your social media.
What do I post as a person? I always struggle about what to post. It's like, oh my gosh, has it been a week? I don't know what.
Do you feel the pressure to keep posting though?
Only when there's something that I want to post that. Okay, so for example, when I'm posting about Jom Sembang, like, hey, we recorded this episode, right? And then I look at my feed, and the last thing that I posted was about last episode.
Okay.
And then I stress because I don't want my entire feed to be
Jom Sembang channel.
Yeah, correct, right? I mean, it's like a bit weird as well lah. So then, like, you mean my whole life got nothing happened in between? Padahal got. Maybe I just live in the moment a little bit too much lah for this, the generasi before social media. I'm not really like during it. Yeah.
Maybe.
So,
because I find quite a lot of people, like, there's two type of people on my social media.
Okay.
One is like, one day post 10 times one. Today I eat breakfast, tomorrow I eat lunch. Today I cannot find parking or something like that. Or then there's some who maybe post once a day or maybe a few times a week, that's it.
Yeah. So, okay, for those things, I like Twitter. I know there's people who are not on Twitter, but Twitter has a very
different
niche kind of, right, following or users. Because I don't need to have a photo with it. Somehow, I feel it's easier to just state how I feel, what I'm doing, or where I'm going on the spot of the moment, like in just those 2-3 sentences. I would just put it on Twitter if I remember. But then again, Facebook also is not like you have to have a photo, but it's that pressure,
Correct.
I feel like macam ada pressure, mesti ada gambar, lepas tu mesti masuk. And then to find the gambar is like, I overthink lah.
This is one thing that I also want to chat about since we're on the social media and what we share, right? So when I post on social media, I was like, okay, take a photo, just type what I think about and I send, which can happen in 1 minute.
Yes.
But if Ju say, hey, Gina, I'm going to post on social media, at the end of the day,
yes,
I'm still looking for it and it doesn't appear.
Yes.
And I thought that at first I make fun of her, right? Joke, right? It's like, by the time you finish posting, it's like a throwback already lah. It's like, and then I realized I met a few more friends who are all like her, who like very stressed one, cannot type out the text or something like, Gina, can I post something without a caption? Because just choosing the right photo or editing the right photo already take like don't know how long already. Then I need to think about the text, then you take a whole long day.
Correct.
And so my question is, how many of you out there are also like this, so that I roughly know that it's not just Juwita and a few friends.
So there's a theory, okay, wait, just to add to that, right? I think the most ketara episode of this is when I masuk studio. So like you're going in for a radio interview or something like
Correct.
that, and it's like, oh hey, I'm gonna be at studio tune in, right? And then like, alamak, you're on the way in and then you put IC everything, and then you masuk studio, the people walk you up, and you can't be typing as you're walking. Then you sit down, then you type, then before you can hit send, then alamak, data slow, and then by the time you actually hit send, you might have already
Past
the third, the third interval, commercial break or something.
So yeah, it's true. I mean, but so far the ones who are like you are the entertainers and the celebrities.
Oh,
I find we call it normal people. Okay,
You-
not celebrity.
hello, you celebrity what?
Okay, the normal people who like don't have to think about fan base or wise reader. Or they are very fast on just type. It's more of like a abandonment, or I just update people thing, not overthinking it. But those that like so far like you take a longer time
Okay.
are normally like the musician, the celebrity, the actor, the like someone.
Okay, I have two theories about that. Just now I mentioned, right?
Okay.
One, are those people that take longer time to post closer to my age compared to your age? 'Cause
Maybe
there is a gap.
Okay.
Number two, Gina Yap is a copywriter. Words come to her like, don't need to think one.
It's not that.
The
I just
words
don't
come out
overthink.
one.
I'm happy, and happy am I is the same to me.
Yeah, but you see, the I'm happy came out very fast. For me to be like, what to say? The I am happy also don't have, It's not how to say it. First, right, is like, go photo, no photo.
Okay.
Find photo already. Ooh, got nice photo. Then what to say? And it's like, it doesn't come as easily to me as easily as it seems to come to you. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's like, what do I say, Then like, yeah, ting.
I
know what to say then. How do I say this?
Okay.
As
So I
succinctly as
also
possible?
initially thought that you post later, a few hours later or whatever, for security reason. Like for example, I don't want people know I'm here now,
Sometimes,
so I post a few hours later. So
Sometimes.
do you do that?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Like, especially when I'm out of the house. Not like everybody knows where I live. Yeah, but sometimes.
Okay. Let's go to a little bit more zoom in, right? Do you post personal stuff, non-personal stuff, only have to do with your career, or how?
I try to do a mix. Because being kind of a public figure people want to know about your life. They want to know what's it like to live a day in Gina's shoes, for example, right? So I kind of bear that in mind. But I'm not going to tell you I ate for lunch every day, because I'm not. Okay, they say food posts go viral the
They
most.
say, but you also experimented, so.
But yeah, for me, right, it's very weird one. I put food, like, okay lah. I put scenery like cantik, like, maybe lah. I put face, show hit. Then I'm like,
See,
I tak faham.
we go to your social media to see your face, not see food.
Takkan my whole social media, my face all the time. And I'm not a selfie person. So it's not every time you got somebody take your face. But it's just a weird life. Like, I open my social media, like Instagram, it's like face. Then must be close up enough face, like enough to see. If it's like far away, also tak kena.
So, okay, so my take on social media, or rather my journey with social media, is slightly different. Because it started off, well, I wasn't a big writer or whatever is it when I started off. Like normal last I post. After that, I started to be a bit aware of, let's say, protecting my family.
Okay.
Or people. So I start to post less of them. Or if I do, it's a private post. It's not a public post. So
You're
that
talking about your
social media.
personal profile.
Yeah, I can
page,
control
for
one.
example.
So
Okay.
even if it's my professional, let's say Gina the writer's page.
Yeah.
I also realized that if it's just all about the writers, it's very announcement-like.
Yeah. You're making marketing lah.
Correct. I still need to put in some personal thing lah. maybe writer is easy lah. Huh? You can do something that's like everything is like, okay, announcement type, there's the emo part as well because you're a writer, you're entitled to be emo.
Oh, but the artist also,
like,
songwriter also.
Yeah, so I find that really works. It's most of my emo posts that build up the fan base for them to interact with the official posts.
Right.
So they feel like, oh, this writer sometimes feel lonely like me. Okay. Then when it reached the point where I say, okay, I'm anxious about the next meet and greet, they get it. It doesn't come out of nowhere like suddenly, oh, why she's, so kanchong, her own anxious. But those who have followed the in-betweens will suddenly be able to relate better. And I get better support from that. I get people coming by and say, hi, I'm not buying your book, but I just kind of say hi so that you are okay. Like, so that kind of, for me, works lah.
So, okay, something really interesting. Last night, like just last night, something happened in the evening and I was like, just had it already. I literally felt like I just want to throw something at the wall. Like, throw the remote control or throw the phone or just to throw something.
Doesn't happen to Juita all the time at all.
Now it's happening a little bit more often than not in the last few years. But okay, that level which correct hardly happens to me okay. I get angry, people don't know one, So really, I just wanted to rant. I wanted to like put on social media, like just to kena somebody like something
like someone just say, hey, like, I get you.
Nah, I just wanted to put like I don't know what lah. Then I'm like, chill. Like, what's the point of doing this? Am I going to regret it tomorrow? But now that you're saying it, right, maybe it might help. I don't know. Is it going to be helpful or not? I think that's the thing I always think about. Is it going to be helpful?
I think it's a very important question. It's going to be helpful or not. So I used to think that, okay, when I think about that, I said, if I post, I want it to be, I'm with you, you're not alone. It's not a, hello, it's so depressing, come join me in my depression ship. So that also changes the way I post. So if I know that I'm feeling this part where it's really depressed, that I cannot even lift someone up, then I don't post. But if I feel like I'm depressed, but okay, I'm still floating,
right,
then I will post away so that other people feel that, hey, we are floating together, So I balance it out a little bit that way.
Okay. I suppose my way of being real is, I remember a few days ago, I don't know why, I just went to bed feeling super happy, like super lighthearted, like exhilarated almost, And I said something about, I haven't gone to bed feeling this way for a long time. So in a way, it's like, it's a happy post.
Yeah.
But there's also the element of reality that it's not every day that you go.
I will end this episode by sharing that this year I started something new. I started doing vloggings.
Yes.
So it's very different when you just post social media photo. And vlogging, you need to have a bit of a storyline. You cannot just, food. Okay,
yes.
Okay. So some of my friends, the closer one, or rather those that I'm mentoring that's what made me decide to show a certain personal part of me.
Right.
Like this, like driving, or her car looks like this one. Or her house, this corner look like this one.
Right.
It's to a lot of people, it might be too much to show, especially if you are like a celebrity or something.
Okay.
Like you're a public figure lah.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So if you're like some normal one, then maybe nobody see 5 views or something like that. So Jada, what made me change my mind?
Yeah.
So I thought, okay, actually before I start vlogging, I say, how much of my room do I want to show?
Or even how much of your face do you want to show, right? Yeah.
So it reached a point where I realized that I actually do it because it kept me on my toes. Okay. So for example, I know I'm going to shoot my office, right? So I have to make sure my office is neat all the time. It's a good thing.
Yes.
Otherwise,
I feel you.
On a normal non-week-law day, it would be sometimes neat, sometimes not neat. But because now I want to be impromptu enough that, hey, I won't feel like shooting. I just want to put my camera there.
Yes.
So some parts of my house are a little bit more tidier than before.
Okay. It's almost like looking presentable when you know the camera is going to anytime shoot you. Yeah.
Correct. So I've been watching a lot of vlogs, and then some of them said that vlogging changed their life in terms of discipline and quality of life. Because why? You want to share your life with people and you realize that you need to fix it before you share. And you are so-called forced to fix it. So I think using it as that, maybe as a drive or motivation, might also be a good way. I mean, we cannot just think about social media always sharing about, what we have. But you can use it as a tool to be a better person. In a
way, it's almost like your routine and your journal almost. It's a different format lah.
Correct.
For a week.
And we don't always share our journal with people lah.
Yeah.
So you really that kind of deep talk. So for me, what we share on social media, as long as number one, it doesn't bring harm.
Yes.
Number two,
do no harm.
You are comfortable with it. You need to be comfortable with it.
Do no cringe.
Correct. So like some people, like they cannot, like I cannot show this part I cannot show my car because it's a saga or something like that.
Ayo.
Some people feel that.
I
Like you
see.
say, hey, Gina is totally fine driving, so I don't know what car.
Uh-huh,
You know, then it's different lah. Showing that part, I think, makes it relatable. And for me, it's a choice. Like I show less of my family, but if I do show, I show all. I don't show half, don't show half. Like
Right.
walao, yeah, what are you playing? You know. But also understanding whether your family is okay to be showed. Yeah.
Okay. So you ask them in advance?
So like my parents, once a while, I rarely show them. But my brother, I know. He's like, I try to be a vlog. Okay, come. So quite intentionally, I don't have to, avoid him from my camera.
Right.
Yeah, but with my parents, I try to show like no face lah.
Okay.
Hands or whatever not.
I
so,
see.
Yeah, respecting that when we post on social media. Because a lot of times I find people nowadays, they always post, see this person like this person like that. But the thing is, number one, did you talk to the person?
Yeah.
Okay, number two, got permission not? Because sometimes you accuse people fast, right? You are almost social media hungry than helping the person.
Betul?
You know,
Betul.
Like I always wonder, right, how people take photos of when accident happen. Could people record accident? I say, instead of recording, shouldn't you be, okay, never mind, doing something, you know?
Yeah. Unless it was like a dash cam lah or something.
Correct. But sometimes, a lot of the videos.
Yeah, they take out the camera. First thing is sit there, take the camera.
Correct.
Hoping it goes viral or something. That's just...
Correct.
Yeah.
Capturing the moment.
Yeah.
So I think it's quite important to reflect on what we share on our social media lah.
That's awesome. That's an awesome note actually to close the episode. Think before you post. Or don't overthink.
Don't overthink like Juwita. The post never goes up.
Jom Sembang Malaysia is hosted by two Malaysians who are passionate about Malaysian stuff.
Stay tuned every week for a brand new Sembang session with Juwita Suito and Gina Yap Layung.
Today's episode is recorded at Studio 2105.
Remember to click like and subscribe for the brand new episode next week.